Okay, good evening. Is it evening yet? Is this still afternoon? Good afternoon. Transitioning into evening. Now, I did put out a poll earlier to see if I should do a stream today. It came back overwhelming, however, I don't know if it's my screen or I don't know, but it doesn't seem like there is many here. So, is that loading up correctly? Because if there is only... Oh no, perfect. It was showing there is 3 people in, and I was like, come on. But let's go. We're good to go. We're here. There is more than 3 people. It's just my screen is showing that it's 3 people. But let's get in. Oh, that's away again. So anyway, let's have a look first of all at the prices before I get a wee moan and let you know how I've been getting on. So first things first, Bitcoin 41k, sideways, not much going on. Ethereum 2,400, BNB $314. That's actually up in the past week. Surprising. Solana almost stable the last week, $90. XRP 54 cents. Cardano 50 cents. Avalanche 32 cents. Dogecoin 7 cents. Cardano. Is there any Cardano holders? In here. Right, perfect. So it is busy tonight. I just thought it was shown on my screen that there was 3 people tuning in, and I'm like, there's no point in that. Could just do a members stream. But yeah, I had a lot loaded. I'm annoyed because I had a lot prepared for tonight's stream, and usual technical difficulties. The laptop threw everything off, and I've lost everything that I had previously loaded up, which is annoying, but we'll get it back up. But one of the main things I was wanting to speak about on today's stream was about Moonbeam and why I'm pretty bullish on it. Also, if there's any Moonbeam holders, so Moonbeam, the token is called GLMR. Is there any GLMR holders in here? But yeah, what I was wanting to show you on stream was the developer data. So for Moonbeam, the developer data is showing as pretty strong. So Moonbeam ranked number 3 for the fastest growing eco by overall developers. If you see the stats here, so overall monthly developers, and let me say why this is important before I go any further. Developers means people working on it and building on it, so that's what you want to see in crypto. In fact, I had on all the stuff I prepared earlier, I had it loaded up, because we did a 1-to-1 consultation last week, and one of the guys was holding Algorand, and Algorand is like one of the worst performing blockchains by developer. So that's not what you want to see in your investments. You want to see growing ecosystems where developers are building on it, and Moonbeam is right up there, which is what I like to see. Let's have a look at the price of Moonbeam. So it's currently 37 cents. An all-time high. It shows the all-time high numbers you get vary, but it shows here is around $13 for an all-time high, which I don't need to get $13 with Moonbeam to make a lot of profit. Yeah, when you're buying at 17 cents. Ooh, lovely. Well, 17, 18, 20. I've got an average around 20 cents, let's say. 25 cents. But last week I bought more again. So I bought after the double bottom. I bought after that. That was my go time. When would that have been? Like October, November time I started buying. That was the same with Opulus, like buying after a double bottom. But even if you buy before the bottom, that's still fine. Like, you're not trying to time the absolute bottom. But yeah, that is the overall chart for Moonbeam, which is way off. But why I'm speaking about it is because, let me see. Is because there is a lot of development activity going on this blockchain, which is what you want to see. You want to see people use it, building on it, because that means it's getting used. That means that people need to buy the token. There is demand because people are building on it and using it. So let's have a quick look at what it is. This is basically just my public acknowledgement of Moonbeam at its current prices, so that we can look back on it in a year's time or however long's time. I have told members in CC Pro that I was buying Moonbeam back a couple of months ago when it was at its lows. But now I'm telling YouTube about it. I'm telling everyone. So Moonbeam is a platform for cross-chain connected applications that unites assets functionality from many blockchains. So it powers better experiences using Web3 principles to propel application development to the next level. As a smart contract platform for building cross-chain connected apps, it powers the apps that can access users' asset services on any chain. So one thing I do tend to say a lot is that most projects are the exact same, which is true. They're all doing the same thing, they're all solving the same problems, blah blah blah. They're all the same, they're almost all the same. There's a few types of coins, but within those types they're all the same. But where Moonbeam stands out is here, as we've seen on developer data. It is up high on the list on development data, which we want to see. So zooming in, we see newer ecosystems like Starknet, Osmosis, and Moonbeam, and older ecosystems grew to have over 100 full-time developers. How many? Where is Moonbeam on here? Where are we? Moonbeam. So it's up over 1,000% in full-time developer growth. So that's developers working on it full-time. And then down this side, which you can't see right now, but over the course of the last year, Moonbeam saw an increase in total developers in almost every developer category, apart from the part-time and newcomers. So here we go, here's some more stats. Full-time developers on Moonbeam, 173 people. 545 monthly active developers. On the other hand, that's Moonriver, and Moonbeam continues to connect developers in the Polkadot ecosystem and beyond, with the majority, around 89%, classified as multi-chain developers. So yeah, the reason I am extra bullish on Moonbeam is the foundations, the back entrances that we don't see in the world of crypto. When we're investing in projects or whatever, we're investing in the front end, the user side, but this is the back end, this is the developer side. So yeah, that's Moonbeam. I've been buying it since around October, November, and I'm still buying it this last week. I've got an average around 20 cents, and it's got an all-time high of $12, $13. most of the tokens as well are in circulating supply already, and a total supply of 1.1 billion. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. But yeah, that is a bit on Moonbeam. I'm going to jump into the chat in a second, but I just wanted to cover that. It's a public log that is there. It's done. Typical. The live chat isn't even working, and it's causing everything to go so slow on this. So that can go. Anyway, let's jump into the chat. So it's a busy one tonight. Good morning, Ross. Update on Drift. That'll be coming to... On fact, yeah, it's coming to CC Pro. Mark has put out the big update, the big announcement from Drift. So, yeah, check that out. Evening. Yeah, all good, mate. Hope you're good, John. What's your thoughts on ADA? I don't know. If it's so annoying that all the slides. I had all the slides up with all the development activity, and we could check things like Cardano. So David was holding Cardano since the lows, but unfortunately missed the bull. Oh, we I'm sure we called the top on that. Must not have been following CG at the time. Let's see. In fact, let's see. Let's do a little experiment here. Cardano. So by trying to add the live chat to this stream, it's ended up making the full thing really slow. Apologies. Does anyone know how I can search for a Crypto Glasgow tweet? Certified crypto tweet? There's usually a search bar here. Can someone let me know in the chat? I know you can type at and all that in here, but that's a nightmare. That guy's brilliant on Twitter. Gordon, Altcoin Gordon. It's funny. Yeah, there's anyone... Yeah, you can rewatch this on YouTube later. It'll live on YouTube. But I was wanting to search for... This stream is a nightmare. I apologise. Nothing's nothing's working. But that's a pain. But anyway, we made a tweet about Cardano during the bull run that I can't show you because Twitter won't let me show you. Saying that Cardano is topping out first in this bull market because it went before most other assets at that time. I'm sure it was Cardano, August 2021. Yeah, you had two kind of bites at the cherry for Cardano in 2021. So I don't know how you missed that, mate. That's pretty... That's a hugely obvious bull run and also there was a few months of higher prices to sell into. Pokebert is holding Glimmer, Matt's holding Glimmer, Lewis is holding and staking Glimmer. Scott's no Glimmer, too many coins. That's a good point. Like, if you've got enough coins, it gets hard to manage. When the market does get exciting, it does get difficult to manage your cryptos. So yeah, if you've got enough already, you don't need to go out there grabbing more, because it just gets harder to profit take when they're all going off at different times. Any predictions or targets for Glimmer? So in fact, I'll get it up on TradingView. So for Glimmer, look at how nuts this chart is. Yeah, so that's like my average buy around 20 cents. So predictions or profit taking, well, from average buy, I would start taking profits around 140. Which may be a surprise, maybe a shock. What do you mean only 140? It's all-time highs. It's all-time highs nowhere near that. That's what, on the chart, this is where I'll start taking profits. And why there? Because I'm up 600% and I've invested quite a lot. So profit taking, it's all down to the individual. If you've invested like a lot of money into something, and then you're up 600%, you should probably start taking profits on that. Doesn't mean I'm selling everything that I own. It just means that profit taking begins. And anyone who's been in for a 1-to-1 and done a profit taking plan, you'll know exactly what this method does. It guarantees you profits. Because I'll quickly show you a part. So let's say your profit taking target is $5. And you're called Joe. Joe's profit taking target is up here. Nice one, Joe. So when it hits $5.20, I'm going to cash out everything. That's great, Joe. Nice one, mate. However, what about if this happens? Ready, Joe? Joe hasn't took a penny out yet. Joe walks home with zero. Zero. However, if you do my method, the profit taking begins here. So I'm starting to take profit out. So I'm continually taking profit on the way up. And then see when it gets to here and it crashes again. I've already took out 10, 20 different profit takes all the way up. And Joe's just still waiting there with zero. Just holding all this glimmer, but no profit. And then it crashes again. The SEC bans glimmer or some random shit. Joe has zero. I've got a lot. Joe's waiting on 2,500% before he takes profit. I start taking profit 600%. Joe is greedy. Joe is very greedy. So you can, but also in the same breath, like not to kind of say that Joe's not going to make any money. Like this could happen, and then maybe Joe does take profit and he makes an absolute fortune, which is amazing. Like that's great, but it's like it's a numbers game and that isn't guaranteed. So yeah, you don't want to be holding on for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then bang, you walk home with zero, which is a harsh reality that many will face. So yeah, in fact, if I can load up Instagram, which I'll try. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'll try. Yeah, doesn't work. Perfect. Beautiful. Nah. Nice one. Doesn't work. But I posted on Instagram. In fact, yeah, I basically posted on Instagram saying you need to set out a profit taking plan if you want to take profits from this market. Because when it gets going and it's up here, Joe's like, oh, this is going to go even higher. I'm going to change my target and I'm going to move my target even higher. I'm going to move my target up here. Joe's still not took a penny out. And he's making 20 grand a day, 30 grand a day. This is the best. I'm going to hold out for 500,000. Bang! Joe walks home with nothing. The next slogan, don't be Joe. But yeah, that's some examples. Let me jump back into the chat. But here is a really important chart that I want to show you that I'm concentrating on, and yeah, that basically controls the market to an extent. But I'm going to jump in the chat quickly. Yeah, so that full thing there was to reply to Michael about what would my sell point be on it, and it'd be like 600%. Still got OCC, never gets mentioned in Discord now. Yes, I do have OCC. In fact, I still do buy some now and again when a dollar cost average, because yeah, it's wrecked. It's down 90 odd percent still, I'm sure. You did say Solana and Cardano would be the first cryptos to top out this cycle in August 2021. Oh, there we go. Did someone find it on Twitter? That's annoying that I can't. Does anyone know how to search for a tweet on this? And then a space. Oh, here we go. So, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, so we've found it. Copy link. Wait, you see this? This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous, if it's correct. So, Cardano. This is for, I think it was David who mentioned Cardano earlier, saying that they missed taking profits on it during the bull run. Let's see. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is glorious. That is glorious. Look at that. That's one of the best calls, I would say, that I've made publicly. Don't ask me about Solana. I don't know how Solana got on there. Maybe the Solana tweet wasn't as perfect, but that is impressive. But how did you know it was the top deck? Because the reason I knew it was the top was, well, one, it was parabolic. Two, it was up. It was up from... It was up 17,000%. And also, everybody on crypto Twitter was just, Cardano's taking over the world. It's the best thing ever. Like, every other crypto's a load of nonsense. Cardano's the one. Cardano's taking over everything. Cardano's going to overtake Bitcoin. That's the narratives, the sentiment. That's what happens, and that's what I've said many times before about XRP. When XRP is pumping, that's what it will be like. The narratives is like, it's going to take over. Every other crypto's a load of nonsense, because whatever coin it is at that time is pumping. That is the one, and it just so happened to be that Cardano was the one at that time. And then what happened after that? Bang, crash, and it's basically been at zero ever since. So be prepared for that. When your crypto does something like this, like Cardano did, everybody will be like, oh, it's going to the moon, it's going up forever, it's the best ever. But it's not. It's just, that's the narrative. That's what people tell themselves when their coin is high. So Shiv's asking, did you use fibs to calculate that call, that top call on ADA? No, it was all based on sentiment. Just looking at the chart, first of all, it was straight up parabolic, straight line up, and then judging by the people's emotions and what they were saying on Twitter and what the news was saying. The news was saying that Cardano's the best crypto of all time, and it's like, so Dylan has said that. In fact, I want to try and see if let's see, because the Cardano call was perfect, but I'm sure the Solana one was off. Oh, can you add a tweet anymore on here? I don't think you can. I don't know why they changed that. Was that when Elon took over? You're not allowed to add in tweets to TradingView. Is that right? Anyway, in fact, we can just do it manually. What was the date? So that was 24th of August 2021. So let's go to 24th of August 2021 and see. August 2021, so yeah, not quite the top, but still pretty high though. That's when that tweet was. So it did have a bit further to go, but it was pretty high. But the Cardano one was, that was a thing of beauty. Anyway, back into the chat quickly. So David's replied, Joe was me with Cardano, not great understanding at the time of a bull run, plus earned a lot with very little investment from 2015. So yeah, don't be Joe. That's the thing, David, and it's a positive thing because you experienced that, you won't let it happen again. I did a lot of mistakes, a lot of those type of things in 2021 as well. And this time round, I've learned through failure not to do certain things again. So Dylan's saying, I follow the concept of profit taking laid out on a chart against one coin. Any advice on how to successfully profit take during the next bull run on multiple coins, like the CC Pro basket, for example? So what I do is set up alerts on, just write down the CC Pro basket coins, write down next to them what your profit taking targets are, like when you'll begin to take profits, then set an alert at the beginning stage for each of those coins, and then once you get the first alert, you're then in profit taking mode for that specific coin, because some of them might never reach your profit taking beginning target, or they might not be in the same time period. One might begin now and another coin might begin in 4 months time, 5 months time. So if you just set up individual alerts for each one, you don't need to even think about a certain crypto until you get that first alert. And then as soon as you get the first alert, it's switched on. Scott just hit 10k GLMR today. That's what I want to hear. Did you hear about the developer data as well? Which was, developer data is something that's not sexy, it doesn't sell, but it's pretty important. It's like the whole point in crypto. Back end stuff, blockchain stuff. Is people using the blockchain? Is people building on the blockchain? And statistically, people are building on Moonbeam. So there's people working on the Moonbeam blockchain. There's people, there's activity. But then you get things like meme coins. It's just a random coin. There's no development on it. It's just a coin. Liam saying, when's your profit taking on Flame? It'll be like 1,000% from my buy-in price, and the percentage that I begin taking profits on certain coins changes with things like market cap. So with ones like Flame, my profit taking will begin at 1,000%, because I bought it really low, and two, it's a low market cap coin. But if I've got high cap coins like XRP, like on that, my profit taking will begin at 300%. Would love to hear some thoughts on MV's news today. MV's news today. I seen they had news yesterday, but is there more today? Genso. No, so I think you must be meaning yesterday's news, which was the PlayStation and Nintendo news, which I can't see. Did they pin it up here? Yeah, so Genso Kishi to collaborate with Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 for implementation of Elemental Knight's online R and Metaverse UGC. So at Genso, we're excited to announce the groundbreaking collaboration between Web3 and Web2 services. Specifically, UGC equipment created with Genso Maker will be integrated into Elemental Knights online for the first time in the world. This means that so UGC is user-generated content. I'm sure it is. So if you create a sword or an outfit or whatever, you can use that in the game. But it's like NFTs as well, so you own your own thing inside the game. This means that your user-generated content gear can appear not only on PC and smartphones, but also now PlayStation 4. So yeah, basically they've added PS4 and Nintendo Switch, which is pretty crazy. To be honest, that is massive news. The price hasn't really. I suppose the price did react, but for how big that news is, let's have a look. Not the biggest. Yeah, pretty cool. But apologies yesterday. All right, aye, yeah, yeah, just got that there. Yesterday's news, yeah, that's right. But yeah, it is massive news. But again, we need to just wait on the market, which I can lead into. For anyone who doesn't know, the Genso all-time high is like $1.80, and it's currently 4 cents right now. Yeah, so what this coin and most other coins are waiting on is a breakout in this chart here, total 2, which is this chart indicates or signifies every crypto in the market excluding Bitcoin. So this is the altcoin market chart. So this is where the altcoin market is now in terms of its fibs. It's nowhere. There's been no retracement yet. Zero retracement. I don't know if you would call 20% a retracement. I don't call 20% a retracement. Maybe 30%, 50%, 60%. That's a retracement in my eyes, but 20%, that's nothing yet. Because when you look at Bitcoin's up at 60%. The altcoin market's still down here. So this is this bit here. This breakout here is what the altcoin market needs to have, which I believe it's about to have. And when this happens, that's when altcoins take off. That's supposed to be a rocket ship. And again, XRP is in the same boat as well, just grinding up. It's been a steady uptrend for over a year and a half, almost 2 years. It's been uptrending from 30 cents, and today we sit at 54 cents. If you get caught up in the day to day, the same with Bitcoin over the past year. Like Bitcoin was trending. Let me see. So Bitcoin was trending up for a year, but it was like up, down, sideways, and people never realized it was trending up until like here. Until we're already really high, people didn't even notice that Bitcoin was going up because of the way it was moving up. It was moving up really quick and then just going sideways and doing nothing for months. Which is what XRP is doing right now. That's an uptrend. Doesn't feel like it. It feels like XRP's done nothing for the last 2 years, but it's been trending up for the last 2 years, and it's also hit $1 in the last 2 years. Yeah, I do see XRP reach a new all-time high. The thing for... I'll maybe do a full stream on XRP. Yeah, we'll do that actually, maybe tomorrow. But the thing for XRP that we need to see, which people really don't want to hear, is we need to see the sentiment get really negative and people get super impatient. Because there's no free rides in crypto. There's no easy ride in crypto. So anyone who thought they could make quick money on XRP, 2 years of drawn out, that's enough to shake them out the market. 2 years of, like, what is that, 30? 2 years for 50% gains, and you've got Solana do 1,000% gains. So when people start to see Solana take off, all the altcoins take off, and XRP just stays 30% up, they get impatient and they sell. And then what happens when they get impatient and they sell? Bang! All-time high and then right back down again. So we want people to get angry, impatient. We want the sentiment in XRP to get really toxic and bad. Then we can move up. But yeah, anyway, if you aren't already, I imagine mostly everyone in here is already, but if you aren't in CC Pro yet, check it out. There is a link down below. It's a place to be, let's be honest. That's where we are every single day. That's where we post all our content every day. Daily members updates, full shebang. Yeah, you can check it out for yourself if you're interested. And that is all from me. But thanks very much for tuning in. I'll see you again very, very soon.